Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, let us begin and see here what Spirit has to say for September 16th to the 30th, 2025. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, that's a beautiful heart. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that combo. The Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords, the Six of Swords, Angels. Oh, interesting. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Interesting. Okay. Well, everything ends very, very well. And it begins very, very well. The thing that gives me pause is the Three of Swords, and we'll get to that most definitely. So from the 16th to the 30th of September, there's a lot going on, and it's a astoundingly powerful time for you. Very strong sacred feminine energy. We have the High Priestess, we have the Empress, we even have the Queen of Swords. Even though she's in the energy that's leaving, it is still the energy that has formed us. So at the heart of everything, from the 16th to the 30th, is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a veil being lifted from our eyes. But it is our intuitive power. It is our drive, our determination, our focus to have a better life internally, spiritually, connectively to the universe. It's also listening to our intuition and listening to our highest guidance. And so this is going to be a time where we need to kind of step back. We might find that we step out of the chaos of the world for a little bit and step into the power of meditation, the power of deeper heart connection. That can feel very natural for us during this time. We might not have the ability to step out of the world. You might be saying, Dane, that's nice, but I don't live in a fairy tale. And that's completely understandable. What Spirit is going to be showing here then is that there is this sense of needing to connect with what you truly want to move forward in the energy that you truly want in your life. So you're going to be asking yourself big questions during this time. Where do I want to be? What do I want from my life? What am I looking for? You can find existential crises can be easy to have, and we can find that we're healing a lot from a broken heart, and that we look at a lot of the pain that has held us back. And we can actually be finding answers to that because, again, we lifted the veil from our eyes. We're seeing things so much more clearly, so much more powerfully. But we can also be in the world of the abstract. So we are much better with the spiritual. We are much better with the feeling. And that's why the challenge will be the Empress, because the challenge of the Empress is power and authority and determination and saying, I am Empress. I am the ruling power here. I am moving forward in my greatness, in my authority, and nothing and no one is stopping me. We can be a little bit, I don't want to rock the boat, a little bit more gentle, a little bit more calm, a little bit more quiet. And Spirit is really saying here, we don't need to embrace the gentleness and the quietness, in order to embrace the femininity. Like, yes, gentleness is always nice, whether it be in masculine energy or in feminine energy, but we don't have to be lessening ourselves for anybody. This is going to be a time also where we're looking at a lot of the heartbreaks that have made us who we are, a lot of the pains that we have had to overcome. And we are going to see here with the Wheel of Fortune that we're changing a lot of our ideas. The Wheel of Fortune is we're entering into this power and this time where we're looking at things very differently than we have before. We're also seeing the season change around us, the energy changing around us. We're changing what we want from life, what we're looking for. We can have a couple of really big things that are just absolutely transforming during this time. And we're stepping into a new season of being, a new power of self, a new insight of guidance. And that's going to be really important for us. We also have here a lot of magic moving us forward in the cards, with Rhiannon as the goddess of horses in Welsh mythology. We have, oh my gosh, am I just totally forgetting? Cerdwyn in Celtic mythology. And so here, Ariadne, so there is this sense of power moving us forward, meaning with those names is that we are not going to be afraid to take up space. We are not going to be afraid to have a voice and to say what it is that we want and embrace what it is that we desire. Now, things might not go according to plan because that's just the way of life. Things can go pear-shaped or life takes over. Other people's wills come in. But what we're seeing here is that there's a change in our fortune coming forward. And it's bringing us to a place where we have had to embrace our voice. We have had to look at what it is that we really want. And Aries, we have cut through a lot of doubts and fears and negativities, a lot of hurts and pains and disappointments. The Queen of Swords, yes, embraces air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So if we have that energy in our chart, if we have that energy in our life, it's going to be very important here. And it has played a very important role. But the energy that is leaving us is this sense of, I need to claim my voice. I need to have other people hear me. And I need my voice to be heard. And it could be, I just need my voice to be heard by me. And so we have gone through a lot that has made us claim our voice, that has made us stand up for ourselves, that has made us look at what it is we truly want and where it is that we truly want to be. So we are also embracing that Empress High Priestess energy of, I am not afraid to take up space. I am not afraid to claim my voice. I am not afraid to move forward in empowerment. And the Queen of Swords, she doesn't care if you like her or if you don't like her. You might have had, and you most likely have had, to take on that role recently, where I'm not here to be your best friend. I am here to get things done. I am here to move things forward. And the Queen of Swords is not about, okay, let's be quiet, let's be demure, let's be, just this picture perfect person that can be invisible on the side, or in the background. This is an energy of, I have every right to embrace my voice and what it is that I desire. And you have learned that within yourself. And so that energy is empowering you. It moves you to your strength. And your strength is the Six of Swords. So your angels are blessing you most definitely. And you are moving forward in determination and focus and insight. But you are a bit unsure. Why? Because it almost feels like there's a huge mantle to be worn, right? There's a huge crown is being put on your head. And it's like, I don't know if I can wear this, or this is really heavy and it's giving me a migraine, right? I don't know if I want this. And that is perfectly fine. But what Spirit is showing you right now, Aries, is that you're stepping into your power. You're stepping into yourself. So it's kind of like ready or not, here it comes. Ready or not, you are embracing this next phase of your existence. And you're moving forward with knowledge. You're moving forward with intuition. You're moving forward with determination. But your voice is carrying you forward. You've already spent the hours, probably 6 years, building towards this. And the 6 years that you were building towards this is the crescendo of your power, is the crescendo of yourself. You've gone through ups and downs. You've gone through elations and devastations. And now you are seeing yourself move forward. Now you are seeing yourself being guided to something so much bigger than you had imagined it could be, and that you imagined you could be. And that's your strength here, is that you're embracing your voice, you're embracing your knowledge, and you are moving forward. Now it brings us to the near future, which is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is heartbreaks and pains and disappointments. I know you're thinking, thanks, Dane, that's exactly what I don't want. Completely understand. But what you're going to see here, and what we are being shown here, is that this is going to be a time where you look at a lot of the things that would have just gutted you before, that would have just left your heart broken. And you are saying, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this ruling my life. We can mourn those we need to mourn, most definitely. We can love those we need to love, most definitely. But to have the constant heartbreak there, that living becomes a wound, we're done with that. We are. And so this is a time where you take your sorrow and you see it, you own it, you understand it, you absolutely, absolutely respect it. But you also embrace a healing, embrace a connection. You claim the wounds that you have had. You've claimed the heartbreaks that you have had. You honor them. And you say, but I am not stuck here anymore. And so you are beginning a huge transformation. You are here now. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is here. And the High Priestess, you are looking at things in such a different light. And it's like, okay, this could have been a curse or it could have been a miracle, right? That I survived, that I came out of this, that I can still love and connect, whatever it is that you've been through, right? You're still standing strong. And it brings you to the advice of this time. And that is the queen, that is not the queen, but it is the 8 of Cups. And you are saying goodbye to something. It's an ending of a cycle. You're walking away from something you once thought you would love, and you are beginning a new quest. You kind of thought, oh, okay, I'll be here forever. And now it's like, I don't want to. And that is perfectly fine. You don't need to be. You're now moving forward, claiming your space, claiming your voice, claiming what it is that you desire, what it is that you're looking for. And that's opening up the door in a spectacular way. But it also can make this time feel a little bit lonely at moments where it's like, okay, but I'm done, right? But I'm not doing that anymore, but I'm not taking that anymore. And so we can have a tendency to, kind of like when you're clearing out everything, you're decluttering, and you're like, just get rid of it all. And then you stop and you're like, well, that's really important, right? I don't want to get rid of that. So here, just be mindful, because when you're walking away, when you are transforming, you're going to see that there are some things where you're like, oh, that's it, I'm just done, let it all go. And Spirit is saying here, don't release everything, right? Just be aware, but you are starting a new quest. And it brings us then to the environment, which this is such a ripe time for learning, for gaining an understanding. You have messages coming to you from Spirit. You have that connection to the Empress with the white horse, because Rhiannon is the goddess of horses. So what you're going to see here is that you are having Spirit like whisper in your ear. You're being led forward in an extraordinary way. And you're also becoming a student of your voice. Yes, you've had to embrace being empowered of voice, but now you kind of get to slow it down a little bit. Embrace your power, embrace your strength, embrace your tenacity, embrace your determination. And you are looking at your voice, you're looking at what it is that you desire, you're looking at what it is that you love within yourself, and you're asking questions. Now you can also have an air sign energy around you. Again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, that has you asking questions or is asking questions. Like this could be a little kid that just won't stop asking questions, as children tend to do, and have you look at things in a very different way. But they also ask old soul questions where it's like, whoa, why would you even think of that type of deal? So with the Page of Swords, you're looking at your voice. You're looking at what it is that you want. And it can almost feel at times you're looking at your voice, like your voice has color to it, right? The sound waves have color. The energy of the world, like the sounds of things have a frequency. And you're connecting with it more and more. You're seeing yourself more and more. And it brings us then to your hopes and your fears. So with the fears, we fear that we will always be stuck in a place where we are surrounded by the energy of those who couldn't celebrate us, who couldn't be there for us, and who didn't like us, okay? But the 5 of Cups is change your mind, change your life, turn around. The 3 cups that are spilt, it's very much the adage of don't cry over spilt milk. But turn around and see the 2 of Cups that are there, the healing, beautiful love that is there to connect with you, love you, cherish you, move you forward, that heals and enlightens. And you're going to be seeing that within yourself. The environment that you're in, the hopes and the fears that you have is, I want a new start. I want a new love. I want my love to have passion to it and connection again. I want that spark of existence to come forward. And it brings us to the outcome. For the 9 of Cups, a life that is as sweet as honey. Prosperity, success, bounty, and abundance, a wish is being granted. A joy is coming forward. A power is moving you in a way that you hadn't thought it could, or maybe gave up that it ever would. And there is beauty again in existence. There is joy in life. And here it is a sweetness to be shared with so many, to be connected with so much more than you had imagined. And it blesses you and it opens you to new ideas and new opportunities. And there's a power here to you during this time, Aries, during the last half of September, where it's almost like I'm opening up the door to connect with something greater than I had ever imagined I could. And I have been afraid and I have been overwhelmed. But now I am coming home. Now I am seeing me. Now I know what I have been longing for so long, what I have been seeking for so long, and why I felt like a fish out of water. It's because now you're stepping into a deeper wisdom, a deeper power, a deeper understanding to where it is that you want to be. And it brings us to your spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And here it's divinity. You have the high priestess with you. There is a divine element to this time. Your angels, your spirit guides are blessing you. But there's also a sense of really looking inward and seeing the divine power of yourself. That there is so much more here than meets the eye. That you are connected to stardust, right? That stardust runs through your veins. That you are part of universal knowledge and a collective. And so here, you're being guided. And this is going to be a very powerful time for meditation, for deeper connection. And that's going to be important. It moves us then to the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is communication. It just amplifies the fact that you are so deeply connected. This is the throat chakra coming through. And this is you not only communicating in words to the world around you, but this is you communicating, psychically, intuitively, emotionally to the world that exists, to the energetic world. And so if you are going to work or you're going someplace and you're like, wow, I feel like I'm being attacked, right? Or I feel like I'm overwhelmed. It can be psychically, it can be emotionally. And so don't poo-poo that within yourself. Kind of give yourself that extra time to center yourself, to care for yourself, to surround yourself with golden light and let yourself move forward in the power of your voice, in the power of your mind and existence, because you're opening up doors in an extraordinary way. And you don't want to just sit there and be like, I just have to, buck it up and keep on going. Because Spirit's like, no, connect with your sensitivity, but also show honor to everything that you have gone through, right? Show honor to your soul and yourself without, kind of belittling yourself and thinking, oh, I should always just be tougher. No, sometimes feeling is a very important part of our existence. And feeling is a very important part of our existence. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides. This is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords are lies. So the energy to be mindful of during this time is that everybody might not be as forthright or as honest as you want them to be. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. It's kind of like trust everyone, brand your cattle. Embrace your voice, embrace what it is that you desire for yourself, but you are cutting through a lot of nonsense during this time. That's why you have the Empress and the High Priestess. There is knowledge, there is deeper wisdom guiding you forward so exquisitely. And you are really releasing a lot of lies that you have held, like mistaken truths that you have held about you, or old truths that you have held about you that aren't true anymore. And now you are stepping into your power. Now you are stepping into your grace of being. Now you are opening up the door in an extraordinary way. And Spirit is just saying here, hey, listen, be mindful of energy that's going to try and pull you down. Your subconscious spirit message here is success. Subconsciously, you are moving towards success, prosperity, and abundance. You are unstoppable. And you have, again, the High Priestess and the Empress at your center. You are a powerhouse of divine feminine energy, meaning that you are nurturing, you are caring, but you are the force of the earth, meaning that you are the soil that nurtures the seed, right? But you are also hurricanes and typhoons, right? You are also destructive. You are caring and nurturing and destructive. You do not have to be all one or the other. It's actually very good to weave them together and have that powerful force that is you move forward. And those powerful elements of the light side of ourselves that we want everybody to see and like, and the shadow side of ourselves that might not be everybody's cup of tea, come together to make that strength, to make that power of being. As long as we, embrace this world with kindness and love and compassion. It moves us then to the subconscious spirit message of the third eye chakra. There we go. And the third eye chakra is clarity. Here we are going to be seeing things so clearly. We already have that heightened third eye chakra coming with the High Priestess, that heightened intuition coming forward. So you're going to be seeing things more clearly. You're going to be seeing things more openly. And there's going to be a lot of visions that come your way, a lot of intuitive knowledge that opens up to you. It brings us then to your subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's the star. And the star is Aquarius energy, time frame January 20th to February 18th. You might not be getting on with an Aquarius, but there can also be a distortion of dreams that are coming forward, or a sense of, kind of keep doing things an old way that isn't working for us anymore. But we're like, no, it worked once upon a time. We're not changing, we're not adapting. So the star can also bring with it the shadows of night that come forward, kind of like the illusions, the dreams of things. So what is it that's kind of haunting us or overwhelming us that we're trying to work at, but just isn't becoming clear? We might need to ask a second opinion, right? We might need to get proper tools to see the stars more clearly. And that's going to be important for us. But also, what is it that you are wishing for? What is it that you deeply want, that your soul is longing for, that you might be ignoring within yourself, or that you told yourself or somebody told you you could never have? It moves us then to the subconscious tarot message, and that is the Fool. This is a time filled with the major arcana. So this is going to be a heavy-hitting time, Aries. And it is powerful, it is intense, and it is beautiful. And you're going to see yourself subconsciously taking a leap of faith towards where you truly want to be, towards your dreams, towards what you desire. You're opening up the door for you in a way that you hadn't expected you could and didn't think you would. You're also going to, see that white horse right here that, stands behind the page now is the horse that we're riding as the Fool. You're going to see yourself really evolving and embracing your mind and your strength and your knowledge and your understanding, and taking those leaps of faith towards where it is that you truly want to be. Even if people don't understand, even if, others think, oh, a different way would be better, you know your dreams, you know your soul, you know yourself, and you are moving towards something so much greater than people can imagine. Because it is the beauty of your dreams, and it is the joy that you have within your heart. All right, Aries, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. May you have a blessed end of September and a blessed life. Bye.